Yeah, the impetus behind the Brazilian transaction is that we wanted to source and secure a supply of HPQ, that higher purity quartz silica. We've done that. We're in the final stages of getting the formal agreement in place. These things take a little longer in the Latin American space than they do in the European or North American space, but we're well along the path of that. And so what we have is a three-phase business plan. The first, obviously, is supply. Without supply, you're not in the materials vertical. And so that is in the process of being secured and secured. Phase two is logistics. So the next phase will be looking at the upgrading process and storage process and transportation, both on land and shipping transportation. Product is usually shipped in bulk, but there are some use cases where you would ship lower content that's been upgraded already, especially in the energy vertical. And so from that perspective, we've gone out and sourced two particular opportunities within the Brazilian marketplace where we would be able to access transportation, logistics, and upgrading processing capacity all in the same location. One would be focused more on the domestic market, and the other would be focused more on selling the product either in raw form or upgraded form into international markets. And then obviously phase three, which is common sense, is revenue. And that has two steps. One is, again, the sale of our high quality silica to other parties internationally and domestically in Brazil. And then the other is business development into targeted verticals. And so what we're looking at is moving up the food chain or the vertical relative to certain applications within the energy space, because those verticals are wide open based on this global transition that we're going through right now. There's lots of new technologies in that space. Our background historically as an organization is in materials and technology. So we're in our sweet spot here by looking at these verticals and doing the business development necessary, which is my background historically, and building relationships where we can get our product into those global marketplaces in those energy verticals. And there's a large aspect that's a political aspect involved here, and that is this sort of disconnection between certain parts of the world and China as a provider of these products. And you can see that is increasing, especially in the EU and the United States in particular. And so to service those markets, the opportunity is ripe right now to be in a domestic market that isn't China, but presents the same economic aspects, which is large labor force, large domestic market. Brazil is 215 million people, large industrial base. Brazil is one of the largest auto producers and energy producers in the world, and also number 5 on the list of installed megawatts of solar power over the last couple of years. So we're in the right place from a raw material perspective, but we're also in the right place from building out the business, both domestically and obviously shipping that domestic product and those domestic vertical products in international markets. And as you can see by the development process that's going on in Brazil, especially since the election, there was an intriguing announcement in the last couple of days where BYD, the largest EV producer in the world, is going to set up its Latin American plus operations in Bahia, Brazil. Our silica sources in Bahia, Brazil. So we're in close proximity to this global transition that's happening domestically as well in Brazil.